Well, July is UV Safety Awareness Month, and as young athletes spend hours practicing and competing outdoors, protecting their skin from harmful UV rays is more important than ever. Dr. Asha Shahjahan, primary care physician at Corewell Health, is joining us today to help educate us on simple but crucial steps to help reduce UV exposure. Thank you for being back here with us again today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, doctor, as kids, spend countless hours in the summer sun, whether baseball tournaments, football practices, tennis matches, you name it, right? What steps can be taken to shield them from harmful UV rays?
Yeah, well, first off, I want to say I love the fact that kids are active in the summertime and they're out there, so we definitely don't want to discourage that. But as you mentioned, we want to make sure that they stay safe. So making sure they have an SPF sunscreen of at least 30 or higher. And the reason we say 30 is because a 30 SPF gives about 97% protection against the sun. So anything SPF 30 and higher is good. Make sure it's water resistant, and you want to apply it about 15 to 30 minutes before heading out to any kind of activity or before you're in that kind of activity. And you also want to make sure that it's reapplied every 2 hours. I think that's the part where people kind of forget. They might lather it on before the game, but then throughout the game, they don't really do that.
Yeah. So what should parents pack in a summer sports bag?
So for sure, you should definitely have the SPF, as I mentioned. You can also do an SPF lip balm because we kind of forget about that area too. It can get sunburned. And then also the UV sunglasses. We don't realize that you can have things like macular degeneration and cataracts later in life from too much UV exposure. And then also there is the ultraviolet clothing protection. So if you have sports gear, if it has that extra UV protection, that would be great. And let's not forget that water bottle. Having a reusable water bottle is so important, and making sure that your child has those frequent water breaks.
Let's talk about what are some more of the long-term effects of UV exposure.
Yeah, so the one thing that happens is that everyone is mostly aware of is the skin cancer. So you're worried about getting those melanomas, squamous cell carcinoma, like those types of skin cancers, as well as basal cell carcinoma. But then also premature aging is a big problem. And then also getting those sunspots and different freckling of the skin and discoloration. These are all things that can happen from exposure to the sun. And then, as I mentioned, if your eyes get too much sun, you can also get sunburn in the eyes. You can also get macular degeneration or cataracts later in life too.
Coaches can help. What can they do?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Coaches, they can help?
Oh, coaches can be phenomenal help. So what we want our coaches to do is make sure they encourage frequent water breaks, because hydration is key for skin healing and for keeping our kids safe also from getting dehydrated. So having those frequent water breaks is important. And then also encouraging people to reapply their sunscreen. I think that's important. And having like tented areas for rest in between, and not only for people who are coming to watch the game, but also for the players too. I think those are just some simple things, having those water stations, reapplying stations, and then an area that's kind of tented or away from the sun.
Are there specific signs of UV damage they should watch out for?
Yeah, so as a parent or even a coach, if you notice a child getting extreme redness of their skin, you might want to pull them out, or when they're home, if it doesn't seem to be getting better after applying some soothing aloe or putting cold compresses on it, they probably want to see a doctor. And then also, if your child has been out in the sun a lot and they have moles or changing moles that have a different kind of asymmetry to pattern, so it's not perfectly round, or it starts having different hues of browns inside the lesion, you might want to take them to your primary care doctor or to a dermatologist just to make sure that it's not turning into a precancerous lesion.
And so many, I know you talked a little bit about sunscreens, but so many options out there. How do you go about picking the right sunscreen for your child or teen?
Yeah, so there are different kinds. There's chemical-based sunscreens, and then there's mineral-based sunscreens. And the thing with the mineral-based sunscreens is that it works immediately. So I guess it kind of depends on, like, if you're on the go and you want something to work right away, a mineral sunscreen is reflective, but it often leaves that kind of like white cast on your skin that you might see, that chalky type of discoloration that you see on skin. Whereas the chemical sunscreens, they take about 20 to 30 minutes to absorb, so you really need to have time to have that put into your skin. And oftentimes people who wear makeup tend to like those sunscreens better because they blend in better with makeup. So those are like kind of the two main options, but really it's the SPF and making sure that they have UVA and UVB protection. So SPF 30 and making sure that it's UVA and UVB protective and water resistant.
Awesome. All right, Dr. Osh, anything else that you want to share with us?
I say have a great summer, stay out in the sun, but make sure you bring that sunscreen, wear a hat, sunglasses, and stay protected.